on.
Wow.
Hello and perfect timing, everyone. Hi, welcome back to Severed Sons presents Rolling in the Netherdeep. We are excited to bring you a brand new tale of adventure in the lands of Wildmount and Marquette. My name is Ron Murphy, Dungeon Master, and around the virtual table we have...
Hey everybody, this is Bill, and I'll be playing Orgoth Skullcrusher, your half-orc, half-drow, all-badass, unarmed battle master, and I am ready to go.
Question of the day is, hey sweetie, what's your favorite sports, competition, athletic event, anything that's competitive against other people?
Okay, so that's the answer. Anything that's competitive against other people. I love it all. That's what I'm all about. So it could be hide and seek, or it could be wrestling, or it could be jumping off a cliff to see who breaks the fewest bones. Any kind of competition is good. One time I even won 6 silver playing jacks. So I love it all.
Orgoth, are you okay?
Yeah,
He's gonna be that sports dad that he's got to get his kid in everything. Hey everybody, this is Jaiden. I'm playing Laphus Prismawing, your local reborn wizard of smut. As for things that are competitive, it's not something that everybody ever did when she was younger, but she competed specifically with a person for pranking the other one, and their pranks got more and more let's just say weird.
I love that. I can't wait to find out more about that.
Folks, thanks for tuning in. This is Ross playing Wilvan, your Ghostwise Halfling Bard. And, competition is something that's a lot of fun. But there's nothing quite like a good thumb wrestle. Some fun fact about me, I'm a master thumb wrestler. Unless, of course, the hand is sizably larger than mine.
Maggie, you just have no hope against Maggie.
No, or Orgoth, really. But
it's like a baby fist.
You're right. When I was when I was young in my clan, we would all the kids we would thumb wrestle, and the loser would get a nice punch in the arm, sometimes with a knuckle, just a Charlie Hart right in the arm. Just good times.
Hey everyone, this is Jaime. I'm playing North Elijah and Roguelock. Competition. I'm going like straight into sports because there's many competitive things that can be fun, but biathlon is something. You have marksmanship, you have speed, you have precision,
I was about
you
to ask
have
which
endurance.
one that was. Yeah.
It's got it all.
Is that the shooty and the ski? Is that you
The
skied?
shooty and the ski.
Okay.
My favorite band.
Maggie Keen Eyes, her favorite competition is actually, I mean, she loves a good battle, but her kind of like guilty secret is that she likes to play battle chess, not as like somebody who's... Battle chess is like a game where you have people playing the pieces, and when like one piece tries to capture another piece, they actually fight. So one time she got to play the rook and got to capture the queen, and like she was like very, very into it. It was like somebody else is like telling where the pieces were to go. So it's a lot of fun. Anything we need to talk about before we dive in?
That image of agreeing to a game of battle chess with Maggie, and then she's just like coming at you.
It's terrifying.
Take it easy.
Like, no.
It's just a game, man.
It's funny to me.
Makes me wonder if there's such thing as Rochambeau in this universe.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, then kick him in the nuts after.
Right.
It's just like they take turns just kicking each other in the nuts. That's what it is. So. Well, if we're ready to start, let's begin tonight's episode of Rolling in the Netherdeep, episode 42, Confrontations. So last time, the favored few arrived at the Bowl of Judgment within Ank'Harel. Orgoth prepared for the tournament, with Wilvan acting as second. And Wilvan, you were on the lookout for the halfling seeking revenge, Stig Vicious. And you caught eye of him. You caught him once, and then you got distracted, and he disappeared on you. So you don't know where he is currently.
Bastard.
North and Laphus, along with Question, North's family, and the rivals, who had not seen Irvin in a few days, are in the VIP booth up above. And Jamon came in later to watch the proceedings. There was a dragon who gave Wilvan a task to get some truths out of his friends. And Orgoth won the test of strength. Dew of the Mountain won the test of agility against a gnomish roller coaster ride. And as Orgoth, you prepared for the test of endurance, Walcott the Red appeared in the VIP booth and is really watching. And where we left off, Laphus is kind of zeroing in on the wizard, and he kind of turns and looks at you, raises an eyebrow. Hello? Do I know you? You're muted.
You're right. Maybe you do know me. Do I not seem familiar at all? Nothing?
Maybe, perhaps. Were you at that party at the embassy about a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
Technically, no.
Interesting.
I was invited, but
I may have thought I saw you there, but how did you get up here?
I know a guy.
Jamon kind of does this and kind of leans, kind of turns their head to the side, what's going on, and
is he looking over at our direction?
At your direction?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jamon, make an insight check.
Oh, wow, that was 18 on the die.
Okay.
So insight is +8, so I think I did it.
Jamon is aware of what's happening, but you get the impression that they're aware of everything that's happening around them.
Okay.
Walcott the Red, who's this wizard with black, red, kind of actually it's dyed because you can see the roots are black, and red, stringy hair coming down. Cerberus Assembly robes, red robes, and they look at you, and they're human, and they look at you and says, maybe as a friend of mine who may have run into you in the past. So
I mean, maybe. I know a few people.
I'm sure you do. We should talk later.
About what? We can talk right now.
I have, and he's looking out at the events on the field, and his attention is distracted because the events are about to start soon. And he's like, I have quite a sizable sum riding on this next event, and all of the events, actually. But I just don't have...
You watching isn't going to really affect anything, is it?
You would be surprised.
Oh, are you planning something?
I'm always...
Is it something sneaky?
You're just assuming the Cerberus Assembly is always up to something. Well, we are.
I mean, I wasn't insinuating anything. It's specifically you. Yes, Cerberus Assembly, no.
I'll talk to you when it's good for me. If you'll excuse me. And they get up and kind of walk away from you.
You better fix up your fucking hair.
North, you see them kind of walk down close to your mom. Close to Hamelin.
Yeah.
Hamelin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting about 3 or 4 chairs away.
Okay.
And Hamoin kind of like notices him, nods, kind of does a little like finger wave. And she's like, your mom's like, it's good to see you back. And Walcott says, likewise. And you see, it's obvious, no insight check needed, but the kids kind of hate him.
I mean,
Yeah.
are they doing a stank face or something?
Yeah, a little stink face. Yeah.
Understandable.
Um,
I mean, I have Mitchell on one side. Who do I have on the other side?
you have a random, it's a haughty noblewoman.
Okay, so it's none of the rivals.
None of
Okay.
the rivals, no. You haven't seen Dermot left.
Yeah.
And so Maggie's in the back taking up 3 chairs. And the others are kind of just like sitting in front of her.
Okay.
You do anything?
I mean, I'm gonna be noticed if I go to take some breaths of fresh air outside.
Right.
So I'm going to sit still and try not to look at the indentations that I'm making into Mitchell's arm right now with
Okay.
my nails.
Yeah. Mitchell's like, ow, what are you... You need to get that checked out. What's wrong with you?
Look, things are not going so well right now.
I think they're going quite well. Orgoth looks like he's winning.
Yeah, he's doing great. We have company that, yeah. 2 chairs over, 2 more chairs.
And he kind of leans over, and he's not very subtle about it. Like, how you're used to being subtle. And he just kind of looks and he's like...
When you say, like, don't look, but there's someone, and they just like,
They just
what?
turn around and look, yeah. And he looks, and he's like, oh. Yeah, he's not very good at dinner parties.
No. He's yeah.
Does he know you?
No, I don't believe he does personally, but he's making me nervous anyways. I mean, Mom told you a few things, right?
A few things, yeah. Mitchell says, don't worry, I'll protect you.
Thanks, Dad.
They're getting ready. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna just like try to focus on something and just start like braiding Nomi's hair.
Okay. Nomi actually like you're starting to braid Nomi's hair, and she hands this little silver chain up to you. It's like, put this in there.
Okay.
She was not holding that silver chain like 5 minutes ago, so.
Girl, we're gonna have to talk.
On the field, Orgoth, they are preparing. The gnomes are climbing all over this structure, the roller coaster structure, and you see they're changing out the contraptions that fire things and like the obstacles, and they're installing this T-bar that's hanging down from the cart. That so it's like it looks like you're gonna have to hang on to the bar as it does revolutions around. And Sheed Kaltor comes over and says, so the rules are that you must hold on for at least 3 revolutions to go on. Boris, you haven't won any of the rounds yet, so you're on danger of being eliminated if you do not pass the 3rd revolution, the 3rd lap of this. And Boris is like, I shall be victorious in this round. You could trust that to happen. And Orgoth, you see Dew of the Mountain doing backflips like practicing backflips and stuff. And also you see the masked condor, who's off to the side just watching. They didn't watch the first two events, but they appear to be watching this event very closely.
Interesting.
Yes. Wilvan.
I think that Wilvan is he's looking for Stig because he knows that he disappeared on purpose. But
Yeah.
now that the masked condor is like present and watching, I think Wilvan is watching the masked condor watch.
Okay.
Seeing what they respond to, their body language, like do they look nervous at a certain point when somebody does a certain, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. I'd like you to make a perception check. Looking for Stig.
Dice is so hard to read. Wow, that's tough. That is a 22.
Okay. You don't see them. You don't see the halfling, even with a 22. I rolled a 19 on the die for his stealth rolls, so
It's fine.
he's being very stealthy.
That's fine.
Yeah. There is a tent that is that's in between the three challenges and the main stadium. Like they've got this huge platform with different levels set up with ladders and like crosswalks and everything. And there's a tent that's in between, a big kind of like tent that looks like it's the locker room for the challenge. It's where the competitors can go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wilvan is probably like doing
Laps.
pacing a bit, trying to get different viewpoints, but also like nervous for Orgoth.
Yeah. The tent there's like 3 entrances to it, and all of the flaps are like up and tied up, so you can get a good view into it. Like it's open right now.
Cool.
So.
Okay.
Orgoth, how do you prepare?
I have a couple questions. Is there a required way we have to hang from the bar?
There is not. It will be going faster, so
Sure.
you can hang from it, or you can wrap yourself around it somehow. Use your legs. It's however it's going to, because the loop, the corkscrew at the end of the lap is still there.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Sure. Okay. And I think that, and I kind of lean in close because I don't want my competitors to hear what I'm asking.
Right.
So like, oh, well, can I hook my clothes to it? If I can I tie my belt around it, the T-bar or something? Or
you need to use some part of your body, grasping onto
right.
it.
I mean, but can I do both or just only
body
only
parts.
your body?
Only your body parts.
Okay, great. Okay, good. All right. Okay.
Yeah, you can't just like magic item, like you can't use an item.
Right, just checking.
No sovereign glow.
All right, great.
Like, I'm never coming off this. Okay.
That's right.
Sheed Kaltor goes up and holds up the magic wand microphone and says, "Our third challenge of endurance, will begin shortly." And people start coming back to their seats, and you see Question leaning over she comes back to the front, leaning over, and she's like, Orgoth, kick their asses.
I just rolled a nat 1. He doesn't even hear Question.
Okay.
He's so focused. He has gone full in on Wilvan's, like, keep your eye on the prize, what's in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point where I could get mistaken that he's ignoring her. It's hard to say from where she is, but he's just doesn't even acknowledge the fact that she or anyone else is there.
She is far away. I mean, she is kind of far away, so.
Yeah, but he doesn't even know that she's yelling at him.
Yeah. So, the 3 of you want to do anything else before the third challenge starts?
No.
Okay.
I mean, if I notice that Wolcott just like looks away or is just like very focused on the game,
They seem very focused on the game right now.
I might attempt to sneak leave and just like take a breath or something.
Okay. Laphus, anything?
I kind of want to summon an undead. Specifically, I want to summon Sika back into the fray.
Okay.
And I kind of want Sika to move over towards like right beside Wilcott, but not say anything.
Okay. Sika is invisible, right? It's just like kind of a phantasmal force.
It is a spirit,
Yes.
but you can see something.
Okay.
If she wants, but
roll a stealth check.
It's not really. I'm not trying to stealth it. It's just they're gonna be silently beside them and see if they get seen.
Okay.
So you can roll in that one, so
so
they could get noticed immediately.
Yeah, Wolcott looks over at Sika. What does Sika look like? Like specifically, like a spirit, or just like a
it's
boo
like a little
ghost?
glowing. Yeah, it is a boo ghost.
Yes. Okay.
I want all my ghosts to look like boo ghosts.
This is the right moment to just fuck off.
Okay.
But Wilcott would know what Sika looks like.
No.
They would, right? Because they were.
Was Sika? Yeah.
They were fighting Sika, weren't they?
They were fighting Sika. Sika was doing damage. Yeah. Wolcott looks over at Sika. Cast Dispel Magic, and Sika just pops up.
But at all, did I notice any?
Oh yeah. He definitely recognized. Like, no insight roll needed. He's very distracted now. And North, you see this too.
Oh, I am going away.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to do that.
There was that little corner on the that like the roof that Laphus went to, I believe.
Yeah, there's like a little the bathroom is up there, and there's like a little small viewing area and a stage where the mass condor took off from to fly down to the middle, and a bathroom, a chamber.
I'm gonna go take a breath of fresh air.
Okay.
I'm also still waiting to see if Dermot ever fucking comes back.
Okay, so Orgoth. It was Boris. Who rolled for Boris last week? Was it you? Okay, I'd like you to roll. Boris has a +3. This will be a Constitution saving throws.
So it's just +3.
And it's a +5 for him.
5?
Yeah. For Boris. So Boris grabs onto it and puts like kind of like wraps their arms around the bar this way. And it suddenly like lurches. And like starts going down the incline to pick up speed. And he's holding on. Roll a first saving throw for the first lap.
That's a 14.
Okay, you make it. The second half of the first lap, it starts going into the corkscrew. Make a DC 13.
That's a 17.
Okay, so he holds on. He's like, "Ugh." You see him kind of go a little green on the loops as it spins him around completely, and you see like the G-forces kind of like pull his skin back, his face back, like his funny face. Second lap begins, and it's starting to pick up speed. DC 14 con save.
15.
15, you're fine.
Boris bear hug technique works.
You see him, he's like starting to slip a little bit, but it's like still holding on tight. He readjusts his grip, make the corkscrew saving throw. This is DC 16.
No, that is an 11.
Okay, the grip slips, and it comes down. He's got onto it by one hand. He puts another hand up, and he's holding it down. His arms extended. Third lap. He has to make it to the end of this lap.
Okay.
Wilvan's watching the masked condor.
Okay, make an insight check. DC 17.
25.
Oh, sorry. This is for Boris.
Oh, sorry.
17.
17. Okay. Corkscrew is an 18. DC 18.
Okay.
Okay.
16.
Okay. What happens? It's like he's just extended too far. He's got one arm. It gets right to the end, and you see the gnomes kind of like pointing at it. Did he get to the end? Did he get to the end? And he lets go and falls into the sand below, and like boom, sand going everywhere. And the masked condor says, "I think he made it to the end. Let's give it to him. I want to make sure he is going to compete in the finals." It would not
I look
be.
over at Jamon and I'm just like, can he do that?
He actually comes up with the challenges himself.
So he just comes up with the rules?
He is the current champion. He comes up with the challenges. He comes up with the arenas, and the gnomes make it happen.
Okay, then.
Wilvan, what was that insight check?
I was wrong earlier. 27.
Wow. 27. He is very invested in seeing his competitors succeed.
Succeed. Does he look like he's studying, or is he like part of the crowd
Both.
cheering?
Both. I mean, he wants them to succeed, but he's also seeing like what they're strong at. He's got a very careful eye.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever anyone is when Boris has been going through that, Orgoth is the first time he goes through and he sees the G forces affecting him. Is it, and I'm looking at the way that Boris is facing, is it pulling him away from the bar? Like when like the way that it's spiraling because how he's held onto the bar?
The corkscrew, it is, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so then the other two times he goes through, and I don't know if Orgoth is next or not, but as many times as he can watch it, Orgoth is going to try to, and from when he went through it before, like memorize the course.
Right. Okay.
But as if I'm facing backwards.
Got it. Okay. Make an investigation check.
Well, it's a fairly good roll, which is good because I'm only a +1 investigation. 14.
14. Okay. You think you've got it fairly memorized. The corkscrew looks problematic because not only is it like pulling you away, but it's also kind of like doing this twisty thing. So it's kind of like your body is being twisted at a weird angle, so it makes it even harder to hold on.
Okay.
So it's not
I'm just
like
trying to
going in a
suss
circle.
out. Yeah, Orgoth's trying to suss out whether if he took a more unorthodox approach to seating himself or aligning himself on the bar, would that help him against like what he perceives to be the hardest part is when the G forces hit, because that's going to be most likely to pull you away.
Right.
You know, he's not sure. He's just trying to figure that out.
Yes. I think you've got it pretty well memorized, and it might give you an edge.
Okay.
So, but Sheed Kaltor says, "Boris Braggart, great job. We'll be seeing you in the finals. Orgoth, Skullcrusher, you are next. Take the course."
So Orgoth goes, looks at the T-bar, and thinks that his best chance is not hanging from it or bear hugging it, but like sitting on it.
Okay.
On a side with his legs like crossed under, so he's locking his ankles that way, and then basically like holding across the bar coming through. So he's
sitting
trying to
doing that. Okay.
Yeah, sitting on it. So I'm trying to lock with my feet and lock with my
Got it.
With my arms as best I can.
Okay.
And if I think backwards is the way to go, he would do that if he thinks it's going to give him a slight advantage.
At high speeds, it's not going to matter, but I think the first few you'll be able to. So.
All right, then that's what he does.
Okay. So Orgoth, what's your plus on your saving throw for Constitution?
On Constitution?
Yeah.
7.
You're good. Okay. So with a clunk, boom, the cart is released and you start sliding down and the crowd goes wild. Skullcrusher, Skullcrusher, Skullcrusher. And you see people with drums. You don't know where they got them from, but they're starting to like boom, 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 boom. They're like banging the drums.
Wilvan absolutely gets in on that and is like, get on his drum on his hip as well.
Morgoth, make your first con save.
That's a 19.
Okay, nice. It comes around a curve. It's hitting the. This is a DC 13 for the first corkscrew.
That is a 25.
Nice. Okay, second lap. Make a DC 14 con save.
That is a 15.
Nice. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo-hoo. Okay, DC 16 on the corkscrew.
Come on.
That's 9 plus 7, 16.
Okay, it's what you needed. Third lap. Third lap. Okay, DC is still 16 because of your investigation from before.
Hold on, you brute.
Come on. 17.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Corkscrew, DC
Thank
17.
you, plus 7.
DC 17 for the corkscrew.
And regardless of what I roll, Orgoth he's actually like really enjoying this by this time, and he's just like, yeah. I rolled a 19, 26.
Okay.
Hey.
And it's like, he passes Boris. He passes Boris. And you come around. It's still going, picking up speed. DC 18.
17 plus 7, 24.
Nice. Comes around the curve fast. You haven't even missed one yet. Corkscrew, DC, what is it? 19? Now 18 or 19?
God.
What did I say last time for the first? It was 18, so 19 is 19. Yeah.
I rolled a 2, so that's only a 9.
Okay, the corkscrew G-forces kind of pull you off, and you're holding down upside down. DC 20, you make it to...
Yeah, I think that rips his arms off, and he flips backwards, but that's where his legs being locked at his ankles come into play, and he's like now... Like he's hanging off of the T-bar by like his ankles. His feet stopped him, and he's just upside down, whipping around.
Okay.
What's the next one?
DC 20.
Oh God. No, I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
Oh no!
And then suddenly,
Inspiration.
Do you have inspiration?
You have double inspiration.
I've already passed, right? I've already.
I haven't
passed.
announced. I haven't announced. You've passed Boris.
Right, and so as long as I'm not last, I'm not eliminated.
Because you've won a competition.
And I've gone past 3 times. Oh, it is a competition, right?
Yeah. So
yeah.
You've won. You've won the first round, and Do won the second round. So you're both through.
I think. Oh God, I should be smart and save this inspiration for later. But it's a competition, and so I'm gonna use it.
If you're not being smart and using it now, you may not get to the competition.
Yeah, no, I'm using it. All right, I'll use my inspiration. Okay, excellent. 22.
22, and
yep.
you kind of like you swing, and you're able to get one hand up as the DC 21 as you're like coming around. This is like, this is the corkscrew again. It's corkscrew DC 21 at the end of the fourth lap.
Am I just one-arming at this point?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I yell out as loud as I can. What's the record?
7.
That's my favorite.
Oh God. All right. What's next?
My man.
Okay, DC 21.
Oof.
14 plus 7, 21.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Okay, 5th lap. Beginning of the 5th lap. You're just hanging on by 1. And Wilvan, you see Stig Vicious looking out from the tent, looking up at what's happening. Just amazed.
So he does. He's like frozen.
Yeah, he's kind of like just like he's what the fuck is happening? Oh my god. Yeah, you know.
I am gonna say that Wilvan is watching Orgoth, but he has a ready to action. He's got his hand on his new magical drum, and he's got a ready to fog cloud centered on Stig. Should he make any sort of motion to fuck with the competition?
Okay. So Orgoth, this is a DC 22, beginning of the 5th lap.
Oh god,
that's high. Oh my god.
I got to roll a 15 or more because I got my +7. Okay, here we go.
What, 25% chance?
Yeah. I rolled a 15.
That's the second time.
Oh my god.
Yes!
Oh my god. Okay.
Bro!
It comes in. The thing is shaking so hard. It's like you see the one of the gnomes down below, Wilvan, says, I've never seen the G-forces this high. I don't think she's going to hold out, Captain. She's not going to hold out. And it's coming to the corkscrew. What am I to? At 23?
Yep.
23.
Yeah.
DC 23.
Oh god.
How long is this course?
16.
It's just
16.
looping around. Yeah.
I rolled a 19.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is epic.
Okay.
Oh.
It comes into the starting position, going into the 6th lap. 23, DC 23.
Come on.
Oh god.
Wow.
Oh god. All good things must end. That's a 16 total.
And
That's okay.
finally, it comes around the curve, and it just kind of flips you. Flip. And you kind of like tumble all the way down to the ground.
3-point landing, Orgoth, 3-point landing!
I'm going to say make a dexterity saving throw because you're going so fast.
Yeah, I rolled a 15
Okay.
total.
You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage in the soft sand, but...
As Wilvan is doing the drum with the audience and everything, now that Orgoth stopped, he drops the fog cloud and he takes, if you'll allow me to flavor it just a little bit, he casts dancing lights from his drum, and the four different lights come out over the stadium, and they're each little itty bitty like little skulls, like biting around, like moving around.
Amazing.
They all come together, like right over Orgoth as one big skull, right as his logo is like kind of lights him up.
Amazing.
And Orgoth is tumbled and is on his back basically as he on his back, and he's just laughing hysterically.
Perfect. Everybody, the masked condor comes over to you and puts an arm down to help you up from the sand. He's like,
I'll grab it.
Excellent job, Orgoth.
That was a lot of fun. I don't know if you've done that, but that was amazing.
I've done it once before. It was not my proudest moment.
Oh well, it's that was great. Well, if the rest of the competition is that much fun, this is like maybe the greatest thing I've ever done.
He slaps you on the shoulder and says, Orgoth, I like you. It is good. It is good to find a competitor who enjoys this as much as I do.
Do you think after everything's done, can we go on it again?
You want to challenge me? Of course.
Well, I mean afterwards, just for fun. I mean, we could do it for challenge too, but that was just I just like that.
Yes,
it was really fun.
You see the gnomes crawling all over it. Like they're actually like taping up sections that are like cracked where the metal is cracked. And Do the mountain is like, I don't know about this. I'm through to the next round, right? Like, and the judge, Sheed Kaltor is like, yes, you're through. It's like, well, I'm going to try, but let's do it. And you see Do the mountain after they get it reset, grab onto it, and just kind of do a cat little like wrap around her entire body around it, her tail around the pole, and you see claws like interlocking. And so this is Laphus rolling this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Her con save, Boris's was a +5, right? Hers is a +4. It's not the best. So starting out.
Unless if it's anything, it's either gonna roll really good or really bad.
So DC 12 to start off as it slowly compared to as how fast Orgoth had it going. It's like just looks so slow going down.
Yeah.
That's a 16.
Okay, and it kind of like and it whips around. You know how like the first curve of a roller coaster kind of like, whoa, it kind of whips you. You're not used to it, and it kind of comes around and gets into the corkscrew. Make a DC 13.
That is a 23.
Nice. Okay, comes the second lap. Orgoth, you got 6 laps, right? Writing that down. Okay, second lap for Do the Mountain.
That is 17.
DC 14. Corkscrew's a DC 15. Right? No. 12, 13, 14, 15. That's right. Yeah.
6.
Oh, no. Okay. So she kind of like it kind of, the corkscrew hits and she grabs on and she's kind of just holding her tail flapping behind her. And beginning of the third lap.
That is a 16.
That's a fail.
We're at 15.
We're at 15.
So
So
we
that's
got
16. That's a 16. So it's exactly what you need.
I'm keeping track.
Thank you. Thank you. And this is DC 17 for the corkscrew.
Nope, she
No.
doesn't make it. That's
Okay,
a 7.
So basically, Boris and Do the Mountain tie for this as it gets right up and kind of like she does she lets go with a corkscrew and she actually does a flip into the air and does like a triple somersault and lands on her feet because cats always land on their feet. And she lands and kind of takes a few steps and she's like kind of then suddenly sits down and she's just so dizzy. She's like, oh, and it's like
during that last part, her eyes and everything kind of get huge, and she looks like that cat that had the flower on its head, and it's just like,
yeah. The Skullcrusher is like, and we have our winner of the third test of endurance, Orgoth, Skullcrusher.
Woman sends up the dancing lights again.
Mm-hmm. And you have Skullcrusher is like, so we have an hour break to let our competitors rest and recover. And he points off and suddenly lights come out and hit this platform, which is like, it's all these low platforms and some medium platforms that are kind of up a little higher. And in the center, this very tall platform with flags all around it. Our final competition of the day is a battle royale. King of the Hill.
Ooh.
The final competitor to be the highest on the highest platform or the one to last the longest until time is called will win. Skullcrusher leans toward everybody and says, I'll tell you, answer any questions during the break. So I'll be around to answer anything you may need to know. And visit the gift shop, buy snacks, buy drinks, enjoy. And everybody kind of applauds and gets up from their seat. In the VIP booth, you see Walcott kind of get up and actually immediately go to Hamoen. And Hamoen is like, and you're not there. Where are you, North? Because it's kind of important.
I mean, if I heard that people were coming out, I may have snuck back inside.
I'm gonna say that you're in the upstairs. I didn't know if you actually went to the bathroom or not, but you're just up on the roof. There's some tents up there, like kind of more like awnings, but you hear people coming up the stairs.
Oh yeah, then I'm gonna just like use the crowd and go back in.
Okay. Are you gonna be stealthy about it?
I'm always stealthy about things.
We'll make a stealth check.
Which one of you will betray me today? That's an 18.
Okay. Walcott goes up to, and Laphus, make a perception check. Walcott goes up to Hamoin and starts talking to her. And Hamoin looks a little upset.
Just a 10.
Just a 10. Okay.
But fuck it, you know what? I'm gonna use my inspiration because I have 2 of them.
Okay.
That is a 17.
Nice. Okay. Walcott comes up to Hamoin and says, "So, about that thing that I was asking about last week before the embassy burned down." She says, "The embassy did not burn down. We managed to save most of the structure. Is being rebuilt as we speak. So why did you disappear?" And Walcott says, "I was called away unexpectedly. Listen, I've been asking you for weeks to find out. And I know that you have some sort of pull. Because otherwise we're going to have to go straight to the source. And you don't want that. Have you found out any more information about the crown?"
Okay.
You hear that, Laphus. And North, you come in the stairs and hear the word crown.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And Hamoin is like, "This is not the time nor the place." Walcott says, "The Cerebus Assembly is always looking for information. Our eyes are always open. The Empire's business is our business, 24/7. I expect to have some information from you soon. Otherwise, I will be making a trip back to the capital and to the prison." And Hamoin is like, wrinkles her nose, is like, "I'll see what I can do." And Walcott gets up, goes straight over to Laphus. "So, who are you?"
I'm sorry. Right now is not the time for me to talk, so you can go about your day. Toodaloo.
And he leaves to go buy some souvenirs and goes downstairs.
Did he leave a drink?
He did.
I got some shrooms that are powdered. Go sit next to my mom and just like do a little sleight of hand and in there.
Okay.
And you're surprised when Nomi is like doing all this shit right in your shadow.
Do as I say,
Do as
not
I
as
say,
I
no,
do.
no. Exactly.
Okay. Wilvan, you see Stig Vicious get escorted off the field by the Scar Bearers and a Hand of Horde.
Yeah, Wilvan just laughs to himself. That's a relief. One more less thing to worry about.
Yeah. He was just so distracted by Orgoth's performance. He's just like, motherfucker.
Damn
Okay.
straight.
Orgoth, you were surprised in the tent by Question.
Hey, honey, hi.
Hey! And she comes up and just wraps her arms around you. You did such a great job. How did you not throw up? That looks so... Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was so fun. That was the going around and the swirly part and the dippy thing. Those gnomes, like they could, if they slowed it down for most people, they could open, I don't know, like a park someplace where people could come be amused and ride those things. That was really fun. I really liked it.
It looks like fun, but I would do anything if something we could do together. That would be so much fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like doing things with you. So yeah, we should do that.
Okay. We'll talk to
Maybe afterwards.
Yeah.
We could ask, and
Maybe
then
they go real
we could go
slow.
for like a slow. Oh, sure, yeah,
Yeah,
a slow
yeah.
one. Just to start. Yeah.
I just wanted to come down. I used my cobalt blue, cobalt soul, um, credentials to get in. I just wanted to come say hi, and she gives you a kiss, and she's like, "Good luck, honey."
Oh, thank you. It means a lot. It really does. You know, it's I want to do. I always want to do good, and I've always wanted to win. But now I feel like, oh, there's more to win for. So, you're a big part of that.
And she kind of blushes and says, "See you after. No matter what happens, you are my hero and my champion."
And Orgoth kind of gets that little sheepish, kicks the dirt a little bit, and then leans in and gives her a huge hug.
Okay.
And kisses her like right on the forehead between her horns.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, yeah, well, okay, I'm gonna do great. We can talk after, right?
We can talk after. Yes.
Okay. But I have to get ready now.
Okay.
I don't want to be rude, but I have to get in the right headspace.
I knew I only had a second. I just wanted to tell you, good luck. And she waves sheepishly, turns around, and goes away. Wilvan, what do you do while Orgoth? Orgoth, how do you prepare during this short rest? This is a short rest. If anybody needs to do anything,
Right?
Yeah.
So I'll go to Wilvan and say,
So I mean, it's not a lot, but I took a little scuff up when I landed. Do you have just a touch up, just a top off the tankard?
Wilvan hears this just a little talk, and he rubs his hands together and puts his hands on Orgoth's hands and burns a 4th level cure wounds
For the 1 point.
I only have 1 point. Like it literally could be your smallest thing.
He doesn't know that. Like he doesn't have that number on it. So
make a medicine
Right.
check. Make a medicine check to see how bad off he is.
Well, a natural 20.
He is winded, and just like he's pretty strong, but he's just winded. Really bad.
Wilvan puts his hands on his hands, looks him in the eye, burns a 4th level cure wounds, and he says,
Nice.
"I'm very proud of you today, Orgoth."
And then suddenly,
I
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I couldn't do it without you, Wilvan. Like seriously, I couldn't.
And then time slows for a second, and you hear, "Laying it on thick, aren't you?" As this like dragon with the dragon man, the black robes and smoke coming off of his collar, standing in front of you, right next to. He's actually like taller than Orgoth, and kind of like leans, like he's got an elbow leaning on Orgoth's shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Is time dead stopped, or
Time is dead stopped? Yes. So you've got 2 more truths to go, but I was thinking that North's, it needs to be a fact instead of an emotion.
Wilman's eyes burn with fury, and he says, "You changed the rules mid-game."
They're my rules. Pray I don't alter them further.
Wilvan, he's got nothing. He's mad, because he knows that he's been cornered.
Right.
And he says, he just looks it in the eye and confirms. He says, by the time the victor's hand is raised,
by the time the victor's hand is raised.
And
You've got an
he,
hour break. You know, you don't have like time stoppage powers like I do.
and he smirks and he nods and he says, You've given me the rules. Now let me play it.
Very well. And suddenly, and time is back.
And Wilvan's like the pride in his eyes, that like joy that he was looking up, like is clouded and turns to like just kind of disappointment that is not hidden at all. And he says, Orgoth, I don't want to blacken your day, and I know you're riding high, but I've been visited again by the dragon, and he says that he needs a truth from each of you, and by the sounds of it, it's I think he needs. What I mean to say is he needs you to reveal something very personal to me, and I don't want to ask you to do that, and I don't. But it's the rules that he set today.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't think there's anything that I haven't told you. Like, because reveal sounds like it has to be something you don't already know. So I have to think about that. Like, you know that my father was a drow, and that I got picked on when I was kids, and that the scars that I have on me are because they wouldn't give me weapons to train with, and I had to defend. I mean, like everything, but I'll have to think about it. I'll try to come up with something because I want to help. Like, do you need it like right now?
Before the victor's hand is raised.
Oh, okay. Well, I just won't raise my hand then if I can't think of something. That's okay.
I'm not sure the semantics of the situation will help much. I believe it's the end of the competition.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna start thinking now.
All right.
If I can think of something that you don't already know.
Thank you. But don't distract yourself. This is more important today.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And Wilvan will give him a pat and send him on his way to do whatever he's got to do.
Okay.
And Wilvan like turns around with like his head low, like he feels dirty asking for that.
Yeah.
So he I think he's giving him his space, but also distancing himself because he feels bad.
Okay. Up in the VIP booth, what are you and Laphus doing north? Like, not specifically together, but just what are you doing?
I mean, I would have gone like, my mom seems upset after Wolcott left.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go see her, see what's up. Maybe like, if she wants to just like step out a bit. Just like,
Yeah. Vaughn, it's like, we're going to have a talk.
Well,
Did you hear any of that?
did I? I mean, I heard.
You heard the word crown. Yeah.
I heard. Wants it?
He wants it.
He
wants me to find out where it is and where your father hid it.
My father didn't didn't hide it. My father was in jail.
He thinks otherwise.
Oh, okay. Look. The issue is, I don't know where it is. Cass doesn't know where it is.
Can Cass confirm that?
Absolutely, he can. But Cass is not on the radar right now.
Let's worry about this later. It's not a rush job.
Yeah, no, it's not. But if they think we were stupid in the way we took that and hid it, we made sure that no information could be confirmed during interrogation. So,
She kind of leans in, gives you a pat on the arm, and says, "Just let's get you a drink. I need one too."
We'll be fine. Yeah.
Laphus, what do you do?
I'm mostly kind of just like every so often looking over at the door to see if Dermot and Irvin ever come show up. But
Well, imagine that. You actually hear question, kind of like, "Hi, oh," in the stairwell outside, like, "Hey, oh," and you see Irvin kind of push in. Dermot's not with him, and looks drunk, and he's kind of like looking. He's like, "I've got a VIP badge. I'm supposed to be here."
I'm gonna go over to him.
"Hey, Elise." His voice doesn't sound like him. He's got this weird accent. "Elise, listen, I can't stand this anymore." And he's make an insight check.
Insight. That is a 25.
He is scared shitless. "Elise, we have to get away. I just can't take it anymore. We have to get at least 100 miles away. More if we have to. They can't bring us back. We can't. We have to get away. Come with me now. Run away with me. You promised, like you always wanted to. Run away with me."
I'm gonna slap him.
Make an attack roll.
That is not good. That's only a 10.
Make it at advantage because he's not expecting it. Let's do that.
And he's drunk.
And he's drunk. Yeah.
Is he
Nat
making
20.
Oh God! Is he making a ruckus? Do I? Get
Oh
any
yeah,
rid of that?
yeah. He's shouting, and question
Just-
kind of comes in, slap on the and he takes it. He's like, and suddenly the demeanor changes, and he just like you see something. He's like pointing at your eyes. He's just like, no, you're not Elise. You're not Elise. And he just takes off running again.
No, I'm chasing him down. I'm fucking chasing him down.
Okay. Question is in the doorway and catches him. It's like, no.
Is Maggie and Io here too?
Yeah,
I know Dermot
Maggie and
isn't.
Io like get up and are like move because everybody's kind of scattered during the intermission break, so they're kind of working their way through the crowd. Maggie, the easiest, comes over because she's like people move for her, and you see Irvin kind of like who are you? He looks around. "Who are you?" And he's just like completely just saying, "Who are you?" over and over and over again.
Maggie? The person you've been with for a while? Io?
Maggie kind of reaches down and grabs him and just holds him secure. It's like, "What is wrong with you, young one? Irvin, listen to me. Listen to me. You don't want me to slap you. I saw the slap." And she turns to Laphus and says like, "That was a mighty blow."
Can I pop my head in real quick?
Yeah.
Just like under our Maggie's arm.
Yeah.
Like, hey, but just checking in. What's your name?
Ravon. It's
Ravon?
Ravon. No, it's not Ravon. It's not Ravon. It's Irvin.
Are you sure about that?
Is it Irvin or Ravon? Who have I been dating for this time?
And suddenly Dermot runs in. And you see Irvin just completely shut up and shut down. And Dermot comes in and says, "Can we go somewhere private? We need to talk."
I've heard that a lot today.
Irvin, and you see him cast a spell, and it's a spell you're not familiar with. As he casts it, and it kind of like it's like a calm emotion spell, but you see his eyes just kind of go a little like unfocused, and he kind of like needs to sit down, and Maggie sits him in a chair.
Jeremy, what is going on?
What the fuck? Holy vows what?
Holy vows of the Luxon. I can't say more. If you know, you know. He is undergoing a change.
Can I make a religion check on that? No.
Okay. Laphus,
I'll make a fucking religion because
yeah.
I've been alive for a while. Damn it, that's not good either. That's a 14.
Better than my 9.
He says, 14, with a 14, like, you know something about the Luxon beacons, like you've heard mention of it, and it helps people live longer. That's pretty much all you'd really know, Laphus.
So what about them?
He's having a bad reaction to multiple reincarnations. And I'm saying more than I can say right now. That's all I can say. But I need to treat him. I need to get him somewhere where he can be treated. Because otherwise, we could lose him. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
Is there anything do you need me in any way?
He's going to be okay. It just takes time. And he has to be the one to tell you. Somebody he cares about. He needs to be the one to tell you.
I mean, I guess.
If it helps ease his soul for you to be there, then yes, please come with.
I don't think so. He keeps getting scared of me.
I think he is seeing you as other people from his past.
Okay. And if that makes him freak out, I guess I won't go.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure you are.
I am sorry. I wish I could say more. But he has to be the one to tell you.
Of course.
Maggie, could you... And Irvin's kind of like... He's able to walk, but Maggie's basically leading him out. I'm going to the guided district. I'm going to find a temple there. Maybe somewhere relaxing, somewhere where I can get him to calm down. And talk to him.
All right.
I'll let you know where he is. I promise. And Maggie leads Irvin out, and Dermot goes with him, leaving Io behind, who is shaken. Io's like, I didn't know he was a follower of the light. Did anybody know?
I didn't.
No.
He refused to talk to me.
What does that mean anyways? I mean, I know the name, but I'm not familiar with...
The Kryn dynasty, there are these families called dens that if you die within 100 miles of a beacon, your soul is taken by the beacon and reincarnated into a newborn baby. And it's a way...
So he would be part of one of these dens?
Yes.
From the dynasty. Does that make him a noble or something?
Possibly. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know much about... I just knew that he came from the Wastewalker clan in the wilds outside of Jagal.
Well, my boy is gonna fix his shit because that is no way to behave in public.
No.
I'm gonna have to smack him again.
That might help, actually, snap him out of it.
Okay, so is there anyone else who needs to say we need to talk? Because, like, I got two. Can't go on without three.
You see a noblewoman come up, and it's like, has anybody seen my silver chain? I seem to have dropped it on the floor. Ma'am, have you seen my silver chain?
What does it look like?
It looks like, your that young lady's, the ambassador's, young charge. Look, what's in her hair? Yes, it looks like that. And Siri's like kind of.
Can I make an insight check to see if she's accusing a child of theft?
She's not. She's not. It's just a simple silver chain.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out, see if there's anything on the floor, or maybe in the cracks of the seats.
Oh, thank you.
I'll keep an eye out. Fucking know me.
Question goes up to you, Laphus, and North. Is like, what is up with the energy in this booth? It's so strange. What's going on?
I don't know. Apparently, we can't talk about it because of religious reasons. She's gonna like turn around, head over towards where Jaman is, and kind of just like forcibly sit on where he is, where they are,
Okay.
and just kind of just.
Jaman, like, there's like some big beefy guys who aren't in armor, but they're obviously hand of word, and they kind of like, and Jaman's like nods and kind of points to an empty seat.
She just sits down.
Okay.
She's mad. She's mad as fuck.
Okay. Orgoth.
Oh, that's not a good day.
Sheed Kaltor. It's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Break is over. Everybody take your seats for the final challenge. And I'd like you all to go to the roll 20.
Roll.
So, yeah.
When he calls the break is over, Orgoth reaches down onto his breastplate, where he has the medals. He always has his medals displayed from the our first contests, and he reaches down and he grabs the medal of the meat pie, and he like takes it, and it looks to the casual observer like he's just kind of like kissing it for luck or something.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to put it into my mouth and take the 2d4 plus 2 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Since I haven't used it before.
Nice. That's from like episode 2.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's like I get 8 temporary hit points out of that. Just not bad.
Okay.
Wilvan is he's got a bardic inspiration basically with Orgoth's name on it, but he's waiting. It's 10 minutes that he's got it, so he's waiting till the last possible moment to where it's allowed that he cannot help him. So
so the way that the challenge is going to work is that it's timed event. The person who is the highest on the platforms at the end of the event shall be crowned champion for the month. Orgoth, because you won 2 challenges, you're on the southern end of the platforms with no other competitor to block your view. You block your approach to the center. Where Boris and Du will have to duke it out to the north. Is everyone ready? Take your positions. And the Mast Condor actually comes over and burns their last radiant soul. So I want to make this fair for everyone. But everybody's like yelling and cheering as they do a flight around the area and lands on the big platform, and the wings kind of sparkle and like explode out. And everybody's cheering. Sheet Kaltor says, "On your marks, get set, go!" And roll initiative. Orgoth, what'd you get?
14.
14. Holy crap. The Masked Condor just rolled a natural 20. Okay.
Of course.
Burn them.
As well he should.
Tracks.
Of course.
Of course. So the Masked Condor holds an action. Is up on the top platform. It's like, bring it. Bring it. And his voice kind of gets lower. He's like, he's ready for combat. It is Orgoth's turn.
Have we had any indication of how long this is?
No. You were told that there will be a bell, like right before the ending, like a certain amount of time before the ending, that you'll hear.
Okie doke. Alrighty then.
Okay.
So is it 5 feet up to go up the ladder?
Yeah.
So 5, like an additional 5 feet, or is it like?
Yeah, additional 5
just
feet. Yeah.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15,
To make it easy on movement.
20, 5, 30 feet. Let's see. I probably actually am going to double move since I'm not going to attack.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get right near, not near one of the base of the ladders,
Okay.
but where I've got as much surface area behind me and around me in case he decides he wants to come down.
Got it.
And that's it. That's what I'm doing my first round.
Okay. The next person who goes is Dew of the Morning, and Dew, who has a nice speed.
Dew of the morning and not dew of the mountain.
Dew of the Mountain. Yeah, Dew of the Mountain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Gamer
7,
juice.
8. Gets to the top, and actually is going to stop there and hold an action. Boris, so Dew of the Mountain climbs up onto the middle platform, goes across the walkway to the platform that's right below the King's platform, which is the Ty's platform, and turns around waiting for Boris to rush. Boris comes at and Dew strikes, hitting once, and Dew rakes Boris. Boris is like, oh, as Boris takes some damage. Okay. Boris strikes back with his blade, missing. Okay.
Who does the crowd seem to be cheering for?
There appear to be sections of the crowd that are cheering for everybody. Like certain, they've grouped together, and it looks like that it was planned this way for like the lower decks. But there is a large contingent of people who are cheering for Orgoth. He is a very showy individual when he fights and competes, and so there's a large contingent, and you just see Question coming up to the edge again and just screaming her brains out over it and like leaning over as far as she can get. Okay, it is. Let me pull here. I need to do this so I can actually. Sorry. Boom. Okay. It is. It is the Masked Condor's turn. And the Masked Condor is going to continue to hold an action and actually moves a step closer to the ladder, waiting for Orgoth to climb up it. And Orgoth, your turn.
Orgoth, his head bows a little, slightly, and the tattoo that's under his left eye, the ink that's under his left eye that black stripe, the two black stripes that come down, move together and become red and look like a single bloody teardrop under his eye as I rage.
Yes. Okay.
My bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move up here to the so I am where he is.
Yeah, you're not within 5 feet of him yet, so yeah.
Well, I'm going to move to wherever I can be for melee.
Okay.
So if that's
once you get close for melee, he strikes out with he has a longsword, and the longsword actually glows blue as he swings it. Kind of leaves a trace in the air behind it.
Okay.
And this is a held action, so he's just got a 27.
That'll hit.
Doing 9 points of slashing damage. And
so that's halved.
And
because I'm raging.
10 points of radiant.
And I take all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
it's your attack.
Then Orgoth is going to he's gonna just start swinging. So he comes up and he's trying to get the measure of the masked condor, since he's never seen him fight, never seen anything. So he's starting out aggressive, but still he's not going all out quite yet.
Right.
So he starts by just throwing like a straight right punch, like right at his head, because I want to see how well he can dodge if he can.
Got it.
And I'm gonna roll a 17.
17 just misses.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a shield on his back, but he's not using it right now.
Got it. That's scary. And then I'll use my second attack.
Okay.
To see if I can hit him. This time it is a. Oh my God, where's my plus to hit? For Lord's sake. That's more than I thought it was. 21.
That hits.
So I will do minimum damage. That's always exciting. Which is okay. That is still, because I've got the ring on and all that good stuff. That is still 6. Plus 2. So 8 points of damage because I'm raging. So I get to add that.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and do 2 things when that occurs. One is I will use the Crusher feat, since it's bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
And I will go ahead and move him away from me 5 feet, so you can just send him over the side.
Yeah, he just goes over the side, boom, and falls.
That's my intent.
Okay.
Yep. And
you hear the crowd cheer as he flies backwards off the platform.
And I am also going to use that opportunity where I've hit him to mark him.
Got it.
As a target.
Okay. Anything else?
And I am done. That is it.
Okay.
Wilvan has, now that Orgoth is like fighting the masked condor, Wilvan has started a new drum with Orgoth's section, and this is like dragging triplets, just like and like heating up as Orgoth's fight begins.
Okay. Up in the VIP booth, the mage, the red mage, comes back and goes to his seat, and he's got a big glass of something, a big goblet in his hand, and he kind of looks like, oh, it's gotten hot. Ugh, and he kicks it over, and it's
shit.
Yeah. The
so sad.
Let's see. So it is or if that was your turn, Dew of the Mountain takes her stick, her bow staff, and she hits him twice, Boris, with 2 sweeping foom, foom, and he has to make a saving throw. And I just rolled that die on the floor, and he fails, and he gets flung back actually, he gets flung back to the side and falls 20 feet, taking some more damage, actually. And um, and he's currently like 10 foot down on the ground. And he's going to have to run back to the platform and get back on. And Dude's like, yes! And she turns and starts climbing up to the other ladder and gets up to the top platform to face off against Orgoth. And it is Boris's turn, and all he can do is run around and get back on the platform. It is the Condor's turn. And you see him, he's going to make an acrobatics check. He jumps up, grabs the end of the deck, and kind of just pulls himself up. So there's 3 people up. Does a little like the rock flip up onto his feet. And he's like, I won't have that. Get off my platform, Orgoth. And he's laughing and having fun. And he is going to make 3 attacks with his longsword. That is a 21, and an 11. Okay.
The first 2 hit. The third one, I will riposte the third one.
Okay.
But the first 2.
Yeah.
Hit.
Well, the third one. Let's see the damage. So 9 points. 9 points. I'm just doing like the average. So 2 for the first 2 attacks. 18 points of slashing total. And then,
okay, but it's 9 and 9, right? Because I take
9.
half.
Yes.
And
so,
do I round in my favor? So is it 4 and 4?
Always round down. Yes.
Okay.
4. So 4
okay,
points.
got it.
The first attack does 8 points of radiant damage to you.
Okay.
And
yeah.
It is your turn.
And I'll burn a superiority die to do the riposte.
Okay.
Back to him, which will allow me to expend, and then I can make a melee weapon attack against it.
Okay.
Which is a 20, filthy 20.
That'll hit.
Okay, so he takes 7, 14 points of bludgeoning.
Nice. Okay.
I just an elbow across his.
Yeah. He kind of like, you see like
his,
a little
his
like
mask.
through his mask. You see like a little like blood in the corner of his mouth that you can see through the mask, and he's like, "Bring it, Orgoth." And it is Dew's turn. Dew is going to go. It's like, we need a new champion around here, and runs at the masked condor, like does a kind of a weird grapple, and is going to try to shove, like basically wraps around him, and it tries to do like a judo move to throw him off the platform. So this is a 21 that hits. He's going to take some damage, and he has to make a saving throw, which he does. And so he's hanging on the side of the platform, like basically just hanging on the side, and she's standing over him. It's like, you just need to fall. Just fall. You need to fall right now.
Long live the king.
That's what I was thinking too.
2, 3, 4. Boris runs across the platform, and it just takes all of his move to get up to the top. So there's 3 people up on the platform now. It is the Condor's turn. The Condor is going to come over here, actually kind of do the Uncharted Nathan Drake, kind of like on the edge, and then reach up and try to grab Orgoth and pull him down. This is an opposed grapple check.
Watch yourself, Orgoth!
I like an opposed grapple check.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
21.
Athletics. That'll be a 27 for me.
Nice. Okay. And he grabs your leg, and you just like solid as a rock up there. Orgoth, your turn.
I'm going to yell,
Two of the mountain, watch up behind you.
because I see Boris coming up.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to stomp twice on the condor's hand
Okay.
that has trying to grab me to see if I
Okay.
can keep him off.
The thing about being
the
champion
first one
is everybody's kind of after you. So.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I'm, without doing any dicey stuff, I'm just hoping to sort of quasi distract do.
Yeah.
So the first one to hit is a 23.
That hits.
And that is 9 points of bludgeoning.
9 points of
And
bludgeoning.
the second attack misses.
Okay. He's taking quite a bit of damage already. Okay. I'm going to have him make a strength check to see if he can hold on still. He can. And it is Dew the Mountain's turn. Dew is going to actually try to use her bow staff against you, Orgoth. It's like, you don't tell me what to do. And she does, like, whips it in like a circle around her and brings it down on your head, trying to push you back. I'd like you to see if it hits, actually. Yes, 22.
Hits.
And 23 on the second attack. So that is a 7 and a 7. So 3 and 3.
3 and 3.
Yep. However, I need to make a strength saving throw or get pushed back.
Oh, that's good. Am I an advantage for that?
I think you're raging. Yeah, so you're raging, so I think you're advantage for this.
Yeah, I'm an advantage for something. I'll just double check. Okay. Strength checks and saving throws. Okay,
yes,
great.
Yep.
So I'm an advantage, so that's good because the first one was poopy, but the second one is a strength saving throw. +8 is a 22.
Yeah, you're not knocked back. And it looks like the force of the blow would have knocked you back 10 feet. Like it would actually like flung you through the air.
Nice.
The Boris, who's like, you are a strong Orgoth. I must take you down. And takes he has this club that has like these iron bars like nailed into it. And he comes at you. Make a perception check. And you see like the bars have like little spikes on them. Like tiny little spikes.
22. I'm +5 to perception. I was surprised how good at percepting I am.
Wow. He rushes at you, and you think you see a little glint of liquid on the spikes as he rushes at you.
Oh, damn.
And let's see if he hits you first. Boris gets 2 attacks. Okay. First one misses, and the second one is a 23.
Yeah, that second one hits.
Okay. That is a 7, so half to 3. Make a Constitution saving throw. As suddenly you feel like burning sensation. I'm gonna say he hits you like on your raked it across your cheek.
Okay.
And
that is only a 15.
That's a fail. You take 18 points of poison damage, and you're under the poison condition. And he looks at you like, what is wrong, my friend?
He's all, poison, is it?
What are you talking about? What? I do not poison my enemies. You accuse Boris. You accuse Boris of using poison. Okay.
And Orgoth just basically just like wipes where he's been hit in the face, and I'm gonna assume there's like some actual poison on
residue,
it if it's enough, and like residue, and holds it up and says,
well, this isn't my sweater blood.
There's something. I do not use poison. I swear on it.
Okay, I'll wait till my turn before I do anything else.
The condor is going to try do. Reaches up, grabs onto Do, and this dunks Do onto the platform below, and actually does like a wrestling move, where it reaches in, grabs Do, wraps her up, and just falls on top of her, and Do takes that many points of damage. Okay, and they're both on the platform below.
I think that Wilvan sees the conversation.
Yeah, you're close enough.
And
make
like,
a perception check to see if you can actually hear it over the crowd.
Sure.
North and Laphus, you see something's up, something's wrong. Like
13.
13. You can't hear specific words, but something's wrong.
That concerns Wilvan. A little too much talking for a fight.
Yeah.
And he can sense Orgoth's, body language. So he's on extra alert. Not only looking around the scenery and whatnot, but like for his dragon. He thinks maybe he's behind it. Gets a little nervous and brings out the sending stone. And he says, "Oi, north, north."
Laphus has it.
Laphus, you hear.
I think just like
North.
Meanwhile, I just don't want to get noticed, but I know that Question is very fired up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like any referees down there?
There are judges. The gnomes are acting. Actually, some of the scar bearers are acting as judges, and the gnomes are keeping a lookout too.
I'm just gonna say like lean into Question and go like, looks like something's fishy going on. Maybe get their attention.
We're so far up. You're literally like about 80, 90 feet up in the air above the whole platform. So,
North is not in right now. What can I do for you, Wilvan?
I need North.
Fine, don't talk to me. It's cool. Hey, North. I'm just gonna toss over the stone.
Bonk. Ow. Okay.
Orgoth, it's your turn.
Orgoth's going to not call any foul at this point.
Okay.
That's what I was contemplating. Though it seems very suspicious. And I get to be at disadvantage for attack rolls. That's super exciting.
Yeah.
So Orgoth is going to Orgoth's going to like stumble back a little.
Yeah.
So he's like very close to the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And is going to drop to a knee.
Yes. Okay.
And act like he's very overwhelmed by whatever is in his system. And I'm going to reserve my action.
Mm-hmm.
And if Boris comes at me,
yes,
then I am going to try to basically shove him over the side past me. Like I'm going to try to leverage him over if he comes at me.
Okay. That's technically a shove action. So yes, you're holding a shove action.
Yeah, but that'll because it uses an attack action. So I'm reserving my attack if he comes in.
That works. Okay. So it is a Dew of the Mountains turn. Dew actually like squirms out of the masked condor's grasp and does 2 claw attacks on him, missing with both 5 and a 3 natural. And then she tries to jump up and grab the platform and climb up while the condor is prone on the ground. The condor makes an attack of opportunity at disadvantage, rolling a 2 and a 1. So everybody's just whiffing all over the place. It is Boris's turn, and Boris is like, "Sir," he looks at the weapon. He stops and looks at the weapon. "Who did this? No! Boris does not." And he like throws the weapon off the platform and draws a longsword. And he looks at the longsword, and there's like a sheen of green along the longsword. Oh, he's like, oh! And he like rushes at you, Orgoth, to try to push you off. So you get to.
All right. So I will try to shove him.
Yes.
So basically, this is a contest of I'm rolling my strength athletics, and he gets to use strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics.
Okay.
And we see who do the better.
He got a 17.
Total?
Yeah, he sucked.
I rolled a 12, but I'm also plus 12, so I have a 24.
Yep. And he goes past you, grabs, and like he just like flings. I'm going to have him make a saving throw because he falls and takes a little bit of damage and fails a saving throw. So he bounces twice. Boink, boink, is on the ground, taking that many points of damage. Okay. He's hurt. He's looking hurt, actually. And it is, Dew is on top of the platform right here. She managed to get up because that was the attack of opportunity.
And just to be clear, I rolled one die for that because I should be at disadvantage for poison, but because I'm berserking, I'm at advantage.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you
at the end of your
round. At the end of your round, make a end of your turn, make a saving throw for the Constitution. You should be. You'll make one at the end of every turn until you pass it.
That's a 22.
Okay, you shake off the effects of the poison. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The masked condor is going to. It's his turn. Actually, it's Boris's. Boris just fell. He's on the ground. The masked condor comes over here. Actually comes over here, jumps up and runs. He's like still in within 5 feet of each of you, so he doesn't. But he's just up there, and he's going to put one attack on each of you. Actually, 2 on Orgoth. That is a hit on Dew, a miss, and a 19, which he has improved critical. So it's a crit. Yeah. So that is a 17 on that one blow, and also 16 points of radiant damage because he gets to double that too.
Jesus.
Okay. And it is your turn.
Okay.
He's like, yes, I'm back. The masked condor is back.
Orgoth is hurting.
Okay.
Orgoth is going to like coil himself.
Yeah.
On the ground.
Okay.
And you see on his right hand where the ring is that Laphus gave him, this like blue glow starts.
Nice.
And he will he's going to take a swing. He's going to basically come up from the ground and try to uppercut on the masked condor who's in front of him.
Okay. He's going to do the move. He's doing a Skullcrusher. He's doing the Skullcrusher.
That's a 21 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
Okay, so I start by doing, so I activate the ring.
Got it.
Which makes this, what I'm doing is, oh no, not yet, because I have to have bludgeoning damage. So I hit, I do 1d8 plus 7, 15 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
As he hits him, I expend a hit die,
Uh-huh.
and you see this like green flash go off as I use my Kiss of the Spider Queen. I do an additional 7 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Come on.
Then I leap up as I just completely uncoil,
Mm-hmm.
scream at the top of my lungs, Skullcrusher! I have an above the table question.
Yes.
Do I have to use my birthday nat 20 before or after I roll? Can I roll to see if I happen to get a 20 first, or do I need to use it before?
Usually you call it before. However y'all used it in the past, right?
I'm just going to use it. Screw it. I'm using my birthday nat 20.
Yeah.
So I faint by screaming Skullcrusher.
Okay.
I will then nat 20 to hit him.
Nice. Okay. It's like Scott Pilgrim.
Go ahead. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When I hit him, on the first attack when I hit him the first time, I used the crushing feat.
Right.
Because I did crushing damage.
Right.
So he goes 5 feet up in the air, straight
Correct.
up.
Yes.
Then I scream Skullcrusher, jumps up off the ground, hits him again, like so the double uppercut. That'll be a nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
When I hit him, I am going to expend a superiority die to do a pushing attack.
Okay.
I will also trigger my Kiss of the Spider Queen a second time.
Uh-huh.
And because I crit at the end of this, I'll also get my Savage Attack for another D8. So I should be rolling 7D8, 2D10,
Mm-hmm.
and the 7D8, and I use the ring, so it's all force damage.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
So we'll start with
Roll
the force
good.
damage.
Roll good.
Okay.
Everybody listening, just like give a quick little applause.
14,
that combo.
18, 21, 25, 20.
Can you add that bardic inspiration to damage?
Yes, I can, and I'm gonna. 30, 35. I will then add, because the bardic inspiration does that get crit doubled? The savage attack happens
Anything that's
afterwards.
rolled is doubled. Anything that's just added on is not. Any pluses.
Right. So, because savage attack is like added on, that's like after the hit.
Right.
So I didn't double it.
Got it. Okay.
Does the bardic inspiration? When does that affect?
I don't know. Is bardic inspiration
Ross?
doubled?
It's kind of, I guess I would call it something that's been added after the fact.
Okay, so
creature,
that's
add the number to the weapon damage roll or attack against the creature.
I'm gonna say because
if I'm adding
it's a rolled die, so double it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 49 force damage.
Total.
That's
so
tasty.
far?
And so 49 force damage, and then another. Oh, that's good. Oh wait, it's way more damage than that. That was just my dice. Sorry, I rolled 49 on my dice. I rolled 8 dice, so I get to add another 56 because that's my strength bonus. I'm plus 7 on each of those rolls.
Holy
So
God.
56 and 49 is 105, and then
What?
I roll another
What the fuck?
11 points of poison damage on top of that. And the 105 is all force damage.
Oh my
god.
Stop!
Party
He's
dirty
dead!
nerd.
You gave me 3 weeks to figure out how much damage I could do in a single shot. He also then needs to make a strength check against a DC 15
He's
to
fucking
see if
dead,
he
man.
also then flies up the extra 15 feet in the
He
air.
fails because he's unconscious. He automatically fails.
Okay, then he falls for another 2d6 of bludgeoning
This is what
damage.
happens. You hit him in the air so hard you knock him unconscious, and then he falls and takes a failure on the death saving throw.
Ooh. Ouch.
Yo! Just pushing up.
And he's just completely unconscious, and everybody, like, the sound of the blow was so mighty that it's like just everybody falls silent for a second, and then wah, screams, and like the gnomes down there who like there's like two gnomes with like red crosses. They have like
Yeah.
the equivalent red crosses. And they're all like kind of like scrambling up the platforms to get to him. Anything else, Orgoth?
Then like Orgoth like lands and he does that like 3-point landing,
Mm-hmm.
and he turns and looks at Dew of the Mountain and just says, "Do you really want to continue?" And I'll try to intimidate the
Make an intimidation at advantage.
He said, "I am the record."
Well, I'm +6 to this roll at advantage. 17 is my best roll.
She says, "All I have to do is knock you off this platform," and suddenly you hear the gnomes ringing a bell as it's getting, and she comes over, and the masked condor is out. He's like completely like out of the competition. She comes over and tries to swing the staff at you, rolling a 2 and a 7. Swings, and you just dodge it automatically. And she's like,
I'm gonna use my last superiority die on the second miss to attempt to do a riposte against her staff. What I'm trying to do is when she swings it is just to like catch it against the breastplate and just smash it with my other hand. So to hit that, I rolled a 19.
That hits.
I don't know if that hits her staff.
It does, yes.
And then I'm going to do 11 points of bludgeoning damage against it.
Okay. It is a magical staff, so it does not break or anything.
Okay.
But she basically like you hit it and just knock it away, and she like takes it and like whips it up into the air, goes down on one knee, and says, "I surrender, champion." And the crowd goes apeshit, and the bells start ringing as you are the champion of the Bowl of Judgment.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Orgoth Skullcrusher.
And like Orgoth stands up and he doesn't raise his own hands. He's like, he just puts his arms out and he looks down at the masked condor and like very quietly before like, you know, anybody else comes up there and he kind of like is giving him that little look of respect.
Yeah.
He looks down at him and very quietly, and maybe Dew of the Mountain hears this or not.
Yeah.
As he leans in a bit and he says,
"Crunch sees only victory."
Yeah.
Then he
stands
back up.
Okay. I don't think she heard it. And he's unconscious, so the gnomes rush up. I'm going to have him make one more death save. That's a 4, 2 death saves, and he comes up, and the gnomes are just over him, and they start healing him. And this Sheed comes up. It's like, "We will have our crowning of the new champion in just a moment. Be ready, be ready." And they're like, he comes up to you and says, "You will be given the opportunity to speak to the crowd. Anything you like." And he holds the microphone up. He's like, "Yes, go ahead. Go for it.
Wilvan is he like got swept up in the fight and like got silent with everybody else, but he was trying to talk to North and he realizes what's happening. He brings it back up and he says, "North, I don't know if you can hear this, but I need a different truth from you. That wasn't enough. It's not me saying this, it's the dragon, but I need something else and you can't think about it. What do you got for me?"
What the fuck?
Now, North.
Okay, so there's been a lot of things happening up there. I got someone who's looking for a crown that maybe has been in my possession for a bit. I have had 2 I need to talk to you now. That's kind of the third one. So my brain does go back to the crown, does go back to the Cerberus Assembly, does go back to the Empire.
North.
And I got something. Don't worry, I'm just looking through my notes for one.
I'm not rushing you, Wilvan. is.
We're gonna go a little tiny bit over.
That's fine.
No. Back in Betrayer's Rise. And since it's in the Sending Stone, it's all mental, right? It's not like
Yeah.
don't have necessarily to talk into it.
No, you don't have to. You can if you want, but you don't.
And you know how North always talks with like an androgynous kind of voice. The voice goes a bit bassier, a bit lower. Like there's no voice training behind it at all at this point. Just like pure, unadulterated, 100% natural, no effort behind it. You're explaining yourself. And when I heard the name Thobek Colvin, you were weakened. And for a moment there, I thought I could kill you.
That takes him aback. He drops the stone just a little bit, like
That good enough now?
subconsciously brings it away from his mouth and just kind of looks up at Orgoth and takes in his victory and is watching him like be like just, I don't know if this is the word, adulated by everybody, and he doesn't have the heart to ask him again. Between processing what North said and just respect for his friend, I think that he just lets it drop. He takes in that information and lets Orgoth speak.
We'll have to talk, Wilvan.
And he doesn't reply.
Sheed Kaltor says, reaches over to Orgoth, pats you on the shoulder, hands you the magic wand microphone, and says, "Champion, speak!" And people are like clapping and loud, and you see Sheed trying to quiet them down. They finally get quiet a little bit, and then says, you hear over the quieting crowd question go, "I love you, honey!"
And Orgoth looks up, and a small smile is on the corner of his mouth, and then he kind of composes himself a little again and says,
Before I am officially declared the champion of the Bowl of Judgment, my hand raised in assured victory, I wish to thank those who are here supporting me. I heard you. I heard your cries, and they made me stronger.
Wah! Skullcrusher, Skullcrusher, Skullcrusher.
I wish to thank my friends, the favored few, who have been at my side every step of my journey. And though it has not been long, it has been great. All of you make me stronger.
and then he looks up at the VIP booth and says,
And to everyone here, I speak a truth, one unsaid, but one that I have only just come to realize. I love you too, Quizzle.
And she like just makes a little scream. Orgoth. Suddenly, everything kind of goes black for a second. And you find yourself in blackness, like you're having a vision. And you look around, and you're in this giant cave. And you look and you see this city. and you see this man come up to you, a drow. He walks up to you. Hey, Orgoth. It's me. You call me Parker. But my real name is Neverborn. And that's where we're going to stop for. And that's where we're going to stop for the night.
I'm sorry, Bill, how much damage was that?
105 force damage, and then another, I think, 12 poison damage.
Jesus God.
Jesus.
What the
Oh
And
my-
that took 3 superiority dice, 4 hit dice to pull off, and I had to hit. Oh, and then whatever he took from the fall damage. I don't want to discount the 2d6 at the end.
well,
that's
he just took a death fail right there.
Right,
You would have
right.
killed Laphus twice with that.
yeah,
This is
that's
terrifying.
Absolutely the best I can do, and I rolled above average. So
Well,
that's good.
The best way to use a
Birthday
natural
20.
20. That's
Mhm.
for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Well
I will
done.
always do
Yeah,
birthday
the only way I
natural
pulled
20s
that off
because
was
of
with a
that.
nat 20, and I was like, I've got one in the bank, so I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
Good
Um,
job. Good job.
I have loved our evening. I know this is not like an all-time, we can't do this all the time, but it's like, this was like a special event, and this was the one to do it on. So
This is
thank you
wild.
so much.
Yeah.
This was so much fun. Anything we want to talk about before we wrap it up?
Fucking this is crazy, man.
Oh my God, so
Love-
much shit
Ron, you
happened.
were amazing. This was
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh,
Like,
thank
you
you.
wove so much stuff into this. This was incredible.
Well, I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure it just wasn't like a fight and nothing else. There was like stuff happening,
Oh.
truths revealed. Yeah,
A great episode.
thank you.
I cannot
so
wait to
much.
see what the fuck happens between North and Wilvan. Like,
Oh
holy
Oh
shit.
my God.
I'm shaking, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's,
I just
that's-
told Ron, like, I might have something a bit saucier. Do you want that?
Yes, of course. I always want saucy.
I love it.
Give me some sauce.
I have a feeling if there can be, I'm just going to say, like, any recognition of a single episode of a series, like, this should be it. Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Good one.
everyone was ridiculous.
So good.
Everyone was
Oh.
amazing.
Well, let's go around and do our wrap up.
Hey everybody, this is Bill, and I have been sweating and panting and palpitating my way through playing Orgoth tonight. You can find me on the Tweety Bird app at Bill Roper, and everywhere else at Bill Freakin' Roper. Thank you, everybody at this table, and thank you for everyone who watches and talks about this this little show of ours, because this is my weekly delight to be here. So thank you all so much.
Hey everybody, this is Jaiden playing Laphus, and you can find me on Twitter at Foxtrot Fallout. Please be 18 plus. You can also find me on the Discord, where I'm hanging out with everybody. We talk about random shit. We watch movies every so often. Oh man, today. That was crazy. Holy shit. Everybody, yeah, you all did fucking amazing. All of
Yeah.
you guys.
Oh.
I loved it. Also, played Final Fantasy 16. That made me cry. It's great.
It's so good.
Made by Yoshi P, same guy who directs Final Fantasy 14, so you know it's good.
Mhm.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is Ross. Had a lot of fun tonight. This is an excellent episode. Honestly, like a great one to do like at night, like at a different time, because it really did feel
Make it special. Made it feel special. Yeah.
Yeah. You can find me on the socials at GriffRM. And my kudos goes out to Bill, who single-handedly carried us through 2 huge episodes, and with a kick-ass backstory, and that just got juicier with this Parker shit. I'm really excited about that. But excellent arc, and a really, like, probably will be one of my favorite, like, episode combos of Severed Sons so far. So
Hey everyone, this is Jaime. I've been playing North the Ladron Roguelog. I just want to also like shout out to Bill. Like not even like during this episode, but like before that, we got a bit of like a quick like little picture of how much calculations and just like checking what fit where and how something could be done, and just like the crazy math that was going on behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
Impressive.
And I was just like,
We might
oh,
need to see
dang.
a formula. Like go back and listen to it and like write out the formula, the math formula.
I will post my formula for all of that in our on our Discord.
Yes.
That's another reason to join our Discord.
Yep.
Come join us.
I cannot wrap my brain around like how much math and thought has been going on behind this.
Yeah. You know what? Since Ron, you said we can do it, I'm giving Orgoth my inspiration
Yay.
Oh, claps.
because you're amazing.
Oh my gosh! Thank you, everybody.
Oh.
Come on, stop now, stop.
Anyways, Patreon.
Yes.
Yeah, we got cool shit. Check it out. You can find me on the social at Suburban Cryptic, and no, honestly, we have great stuff. We have short stories. We have like a few like exclusive episodes, stuff that is worth giving a try. Thanks for watching.
And my name is Ron Murphy. You can find me on Twitter at Ron88Keys, RBDM. I'd like to promote, we just dropped the Netherdeep Pet episode a couple of weeks ago. You should listen to that. Also, if you're listening to Severed Sons, go back and listen to the Tomb Breakers, because that might come in important later down the line.
Wow.
Also, it's coming out this Monday publicly, and on the Patreon on Friday is the first episode of Spelljammer, which is a fun thing. Yeah,
What?
Spelljammer's coming out. Yeah, so listen to that. It's all coming out on the podcast. Please share this with all your friends too. Thank you for everyone. We love you. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast, Gang on Critical Role, all our listeners and our fans. Keep on rolling. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.